Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think the act of humiliating someone, doesn't vary too much from culture to culture. It is true that some cultures, define humiliation in this kind of situation, and other cultures might not consider that really humiliation. But the how should I put it? They overlap. The margins of error at the extremes are, very small. So I think we can understand in any culture, or especially the Western civilization, let's put it this way, the free world, humiliation, we kind of know what humiliation means. It's not like, let's say, in Germany, this is humiliation, but let's say to strip one down and leave him in the street in his underwear, I think it's humiliating. Wherever you are, in Germany, France, Norway, Israel, or United States of America. Now we have here some pictures from Gaza, where the Israeli military captured Palestinians, and they stripped them to their underwear and kept them kneeled or squatted in the underwear, and they carried them in the city in the back of a how do you call those, tractors, and they just that's the way they have them. And the argument I heard in one of the article was to make sure those guys don't have weapons. I will discuss that, but let me show you first the article. This is covered by Riff Note, but initially I found it in right here. It says here NBC News right here on the bottom. This is about 9 hours ago, today on the 8th of December 2023. Now here is a picture, and I'm gonna take myself out of this, lucky you guys, and you can see that there are some people in their underwear, no socks, no shoes. I see something over there, and there are some here too. You see over here in the back of this, I don't know, trailer, whatever that is, they're over there. Well, I gotta tell you that where I come from, which is Romania, pigs are transported like that. Anyway, you can say these guys are criminals. I don't see the police officers in America, when they catch a criminal, they strip him to his underwear like that. Do you? No? Okay, whatever. If you think that's okay, then that's you. I think it's not okay. So let's see what the title has to say with this one. Stripped, blindfolded, and quote-unquote humiliated. Why do they say, in quotation mark, humiliated? Is humiliated not a fact as stripped and blindfolded is in this circumstance? Do you think that those guys, if you were to attach humiliated or not humiliated as a human being, which one would you attach to this display? Humiliated or not humiliated? Stripped or not stripped? Blindfolded, which I don't see in this one, but I saw some other videos. So I think this is not a matter of how do you feel. I feel insulted, it's something subjective. The fact is that if you're stripped to your underwear, blindfolded, and paraded like that, and put in the back of a trailer like a pig, and I think those are Muslims. I make no reference of anything like that, but that was the way I saw in Romania, so I'm gonna share it with you. Pigs like that. So when you see this, how do you think you would react to that? Do you think that's not humiliation? Now, if you come with the argument, as I said, which I read in another article, they are like this because Israeli defense minister said, because we make sure they don't have weapons. I guarantee you that before they got stripped, they got patted down to see if they don't have weapons. So if you pat them down, let's say you strip them naked, then put them clothes back. You see they don't have weapons. What, are they gonna pick weapons from the ground? Is that what it is? What kind of weapons? A bazooka? They pull it out of their asses or something? I mean, it's a childish justification. Childish. They will buy it. And then they go to church and pray for whomever. In one photo shared on social media, a man can be seen wearing nothing but underwear as they kneel in a line surrounded by soldiers in full combat gear wielding guns. Dozens of Palestinian men, because you don't know if those guys were whatever these guys are fighting over there, stripped to their underwear, blindfolded and made to kneel while detained by Israeli soldiers in Gaza, can be seen in images that emerged on social media Thursday. The photos and videos were circulated widely with NBC News able to geolocate some of the footage to the city of Beit Lahia in the northern Gaza Strip. It was unclear exactly when and in what circumstances the detention depicted in the images occurred, although it appears to be the first time that such images have been shared online and by Israeli news media. So even the Israelis are releasing this. Now, it's good that they release it, but you don't know how some people interpret it. Some people, I'm sure, applaud that. Some people feel, what the hell is it? Some people don't care. Some people don't understand shit. But anyway, they are kneeling in front of a bombed out building. That's one picture. In another photo, several dozen blindfolded men can be seen kneeling in what appears to be a sandy field, I saw that one too, or pit, all facing one way as armed Israeli soldiers stand behind them. It was unclear exactly where the photo was. Doesn't really matter. Military age men. And we're talking about military-age men who were discovered in areas that civilians were supposed to have evacuated. Israeli government spokesman Eilon Levy said Friday. So we're talking about military-age men, like you and I, not proven we committed any crime, who were discovered, were just found in an area that civilians were supposed to have evacuated. Supposed by whom? Who said that? Israel? Well, I thought that Gaza is a free entity of an enclave. I didn't tell. When you say that, when they say here that Gaza is under occupation, they say no, no, no. Well, if you have power over an entity, aren't you in control of that? You tell them where to go. You tell them to get out. So the only that I see so far, only sin, it was that they were in. They were military-aged men caught in a region where these guys said you should not be there, and they stripped them like that. They didn't say it was Hamas, just military age men, not even in uniforms or anything. Is that how you do it? Well, that brings some memories from many years back. He said that now those individuals will be questioned and will work out who indeed was a terrorist. Like that? Is that how you talk to them? That's degrading. Levi added it was important to remember, the Holocaust now? That the IDF has been engaged in close quarter combat in areas with Hamas fighters who he said have been deliberately disguising themselves as civilians and operating from within not just civilian areas, but civilian buildings. Now imagine that, let's say, you have some police officers entering and chasing, let's say, a guy with a gun in an apartment building, let's say, in America. And then they surround the apartment building and they don't know exactly who the guy is. Will they get everyone over there who's a male and strip it naked like that before they figure out which one was it? Do they do this? Let's say the guy tried to kill the police officers. He ran away, maybe killed a few, ran away, entered an apartment building. The police officers, the police force surrounded the building, and then they got in, got all the men, you and I, stripped us butt naked or with underwear, kneeled over there, and before they figure out who's who, what's what, they do it as a precautionary measure. Under what kind of fucking law? But at least some of those detained are civilians without any known affiliation to Hamas. But they did it nevertheless. Collective punishment? I don't know. Another militant group, according to Papapap. If Israel is after Hamas, they are wasting their time arresting my brother and my nephews, said Hani Bababap, a Washington, D.C. resident who works at the U.S. charity that fundraised for and support for the work and blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't think that's right. And I'm allowed to criticize it or analyze it. because I'm a human being. I'm a free human being. I have my own, understanding of the world, my own values. I'm not worse than they are. I mean, what, are you gonna call me something? But why? Because I say something what I see? Some naked people without any guilt? What was the guilt? Being in a location where some ordered on their land. No, Gaza Israel, or Gaza is Gaza. They said the Gaza was governed by Hamas. Well, if it was governed by the entity, that means it was, these guys are occupying right now something over there. It's a war. And you say, you move out. If you don't move out, we're going to strip you naked. Can they mean the ass now because of that? And the United States vetoed the United Nations Security Council resolution demanding a ceasefire for humanitarian reasons. I just covered that a few minutes ago. Good job. You know what the United States is going to do? It's going to condemn that verbally. Like I would say, I will give you in 5 minutes $10 billion because I have them. Okay? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.